Hello, everybody. Testing, testing, testing. Hello, everybody. Nice. It is working. Cool. It wasn't showing me that it was working, but it is. Awesome. Greetings. How's everyone doing tonight? Um, this is a huge weekend for me, actually. I've been planning this since last year. I love Pixel season. It's one of my favorite times of the year. Actually, the night before, some of my videos went live, and I got to like play with the devices and stuff like that. It literally felt like Christmas, and like I couldn't sleep, and it was it was exciting. It was very very fun. Um, but yeah, Pixel season is one of my favorite times. Actually, hang on, I forgot to share this to Twitter really quick. Pixel season is one of my favorite times. I think it's more so like I love Pixel. I realize I'm kind of a shill for that, but Pixel launches are just different than other launches. Apple does their own thing, and Samsung. I can't think of any other way to put it except for it reminds me of Windows. Like it's very Windows about it. You know what I mean? Like kind of just throw it at the wall, see if it works, and it's not very catered, I guess. At least the ones I've seen. Maybe it's been a couple of years. Hang on, I gotta post this to Twitter. How's everybody doing? Thank you for everybody who may or may not have been subs before. I really appreciate you are now. I'm very, very excited that this has been a much more successful Pixel season than I anticipated, which is really, really cool. I have been into film and acting and like being on camera and making things like this my whole life, like since I was like 12. So the fact that I may, you know, have the possibility of doing this like as full time at some point, that's huge for me. So mine does too, sometimes. Mostly oh hey, what's up, Joseph? I finally met your uncle. Thanks, man. Sleep well. Long day. But yeah, my Pixel 6 Pro does overheat sometimes too. Mostly it's because of what I'm doing with it. The only times that I have actual issues with it where it like if I'm not shooting 4K in the sun, like that is an acceptable time to become hot. And it actually doesn't burn through the battery as much as it normally did. Or as previous Pixels hit like the 4XL or the 3. The 3 was terrible. You'd wake up and you'd be on, Facebook for 15 minutes and you're at 73% already. Um, but mine so my Pixel gets hot A when I'm shooting video, and B if I'm in the specifically okay, I live in the south of United States as well, so it's pretty hot. There's a lot of direct sunlight. So it's really no matter what the device is, really, it's very, very easy to overheat. And if I'm like in the car and it's Bluetooth connected or Android Auto, I use wireless Android Auto sometimes. Then, especially if I'm on like a trip that's over an hour long, like if I'm driving, if I'm going on a trip or I'm going back home or something like that, then it gets hot. Then it does get hot, and that is very very annoying because then it doesn't charge either. So not only is it overheating, and you have to use maps that entire time, 7 hour drive or whatever, but you also can't charge it. So that does bother me. I really hope they fix the thermals on the sevens. I have not had enough of a chance to like. I got to play with them, and we have like demos set up at the store, but I have not like extensively used them more so than like for an hour. You know what I mean? Just enough time to get my shots in. And again, I've been playing this since last year, so um, I had a accidental year. I posted some video footage from the Pixel Pro, and it got over 100,000 views. That was massive for me. Normally, like, I'm excited if I see a K. If I see 1K, I'm excited. 100,000, my mind. So, again, thanks to everybody who watched and subbed. I'm almost like, okay, I woke up 2 days ago and I had 1,130 subs, and I now have 1,900. That's ridiculous. That's crazy. So, thank you guys very much. I love doing this. Um, and I hope I can do it full time at some point, as long as and that's kind of what I'm waiting on, is to find the groove where people enjoy watching what I say and what I do, and then I'm happy with it. I would personally take the risk. If you're looking at upgrading the 6 Pro to the 7 Pro due to thermals, you're gonna have to wait a little longer, because you're gonna miss like pre-order deals and stuff. So as long as you're, well, actually, where are you from? You may not have pre-order deals, or you may have different ones than me. I'm very jealous that the UK got free Pixel watches. We get a $200 Best Buy gift card, which still is not bad. I mean, that pays for half the Pixel watch, but still, I mean, what can you do? I got to get this finished. I can't talk and type at the same time, unfortunately. From decimated dreams. I saw your comment. Don't think I didn't see your comment on that video. I It kind of just happened that way, honestly. Like, I have this footage, and I have specific permission to be able to do this, and I made sure and crossed all my T's and dotted all my I's. So, like, it's not something that I'm like, concerned about, but I also don't want to just like throw them all on there at once. So, um, it'll feel more satisfying if you wait. I promise. Also, I apologize for my screen being backwards. I kind of forgot about that, because I've never gone live from like YouTube, but this is like directly in YouTube. This isn't through like Streamlabs or something, because my mic never works as well in Streamlabs. So I can never get it to sound correct. But so yeah, it's backwards compared to how my video is, because I mirror it. But I forgot about that. Yes, that's part of the reason that I wanted to do this, actually, is I've been told by my friend Tyler. If you guys, I don't know if you guys are interested into gaming, but he actually does YouTube, and he streams and stuff too. It's Life of Tiger. So yeah, if you're interested in, he does Fortnite, he does classic video games like Mario and whatever. But he has been telling me, like, you should get into the opinion side of YouTube. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, well, you have a lot of opinions on Twitter, which I definitely do. And he's like, just put those in video form, like live react to, an MKBHD video, or like a Mr. Who's the Boss, which I'm a little hesitant, because I really don't like watching Mr. Who's the Boss's videos. Nothing against him personally. The last one I watched was years ago, so this may be outdated by now, but he just was very, very biased and said a lot of things that made me mad. So I gave up. I am okay. So hit him up. I'm going to let me think how I'm going to do this. So I also host. Oh, you love him. Are you Billy? Are you a Samsung guy? Is that why he favors Samsung pretty hardcore? Anyway, hit him up. I also host a made by, or not made by Google, but a hashtag Team Pixel photo community Google Photos album. I'll post it on Twitter, actually, because it used to be my pinned comment, and I don't think it is anymore. But what I'm gonna do is, after the video footage goes up, all the videos in, so like the video that I had all the pictures up here, all those pictures are gonna go into that folder, because they were the first ones I took with the Pixel 7 Pro, and I'm super excited for people to see them. Even the ones like from in the store look so good to me. The lighting and the colors are just so good. I can't explain it besides that. I know it was just like a tiny little box up here, but when you see them full frame, like you will love them. So check out Twitter. It's at Army Studios, same as this. Um, and after after the footage goes live, so at like next Tuesday, once it's all out. So I've got 3 other videos coming. Yeah, join that and I'll post them there. Because if I put well, I might post on Twitter too. I don't know. I just Twitter doesn't it downgrades everything. Tristan, nothing is known about the battery performance. Hang on. You can show that. We can use adult words here. YouTube. What was who was I gonna reply to? Let me see. Tristan, anything known about the real world battery performance? I don't know anything more than you do. I know it has wireless charging, I know it has reverse wireless charging, and I know it charges up to 30 watts now, right? I believe. Um, that's true. That's true. Um, that's one of the reasons that I never got into Samsung. Um, but yeah, unfortunately, like I said, I was only able to use them for like an hour, and I was actually it was very kind of them because it was like I've been planning this for a while, so I made sure they knew. And like, I'm going to want to play with these. I'm going to take some pictures. I'm not going to post them until the day of. They're like, yeah, that's fine. So I sold a bunch of stuff because I work at a phone store. So I mean, I got to keep my sales up. And then I took like an hour, and I just went and I took a bunch of pictures and a bunch of videos, and I put it together into what's been releasing. So since I've only been able to deal with it for like an hour, I don't have any battery performance specs or anything, but I wish. Check out who could we let me think. Techspert is awesome. I love Techspert. And then um technically speaking, I'm sure he'll do one. Technically speaking, Scott, super good videos, and he usually ends up doing like a 6 week and like a 12 week or a 6 month or something like that. And he definitely goes over the battery too. He's a pretty heavy user, so um, he will definitely go over that. So sub to him as well. All right, let me pull up the MKBHD video. Actually, I hope I can actually screen mirror on YouTube. I didn't even consider that. If I'm being honest. Let's see. Can I do that? Have all of you watched the MKBHD video already? Yes, you're correct, Billy. We won't know the real battery performance till they're out, and how you use your phone. Because how you use your phone does change the battery, response. Let me see. Yes, I think I forgot to reply to that second part, Billy, but I do find him disingenuous. I think he's a really cool guy, and I used to watch his videos like TV, like when he right around like the Pixel 2 era, like the OnePlus 7 Pro era. I loved his content, and since then, it really has kind of gotten disingenuous, especially for saying things like the Galaxy S22 Ultra is the iPhone of Android. Like that's very strange because normally knowing his kind of standards or stuff like that, he doesn't really that just didn't track. It doesn't seem like something he would say. It sounds like something that he was paid to say. Apologies too for I think I didn't even really consider. I literally just got back from work. I'm still wearing my AT&T shirt. So apologies for the mess. Uh, I am not a perfect person. I would agree. Yeah, I think he's completely bought and paid for. I think he's still like genuine. I think he's a still genuine person, and I think he's really cool. And I would love to meet him someday. That would be really awesome. Him and Mr. Mobile and the Unlocker. I would love to meet them because they're all in New York. Um, but yes, I think his videos are not. They're very hive mind ish. You know what I mean? See you later. Hit him up. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for subbing too. I appreciate it. But yeah, I'll definitely have them up there soon. Samuel, I'm sorry I missed your message. Let me see. I heard the Pixel 7 Pro can record in 4K 60 on every lens and switch out between them while recording. Yes, that is true. Actually, the video that you're going to see tomorrow has some very specific, yeah, Fisher. He has some very specific zooming sections where I tried, because the thing I love about iPhone, and I say this actually in the video, or I think in my other video, is the zoom slider, like the little ring, it makes it looks like The Office. It looks really professional, and I love it. And also, I mean, I took cinematic arts in at school, and like so, I that's very important to me to be able to zoom realistically. Not like I don't want to look like it's a phone. And no Android phone to date has been able to match that. So I tested it, and I was very very happy with how it came out. But stay tuned for the full video on that. So let me see. I think, yeah, 4K 60 on every lens too. 4K 60 with uh, not voice transcription, but what do you call like speech enhancement? 4K 60 with speech enhancement on every lens. So currently on the 6 Pro, I can shoot 4K 60, but then I can't shoot on the ultra wide, and I can't shoot the speech enhancement gets disabled. So neither of those things are true on the 7. It's very, very cool. Yeah, Into the Fold and the phones were fun. Yeah. I actually half the phones he talks about, I have. I have like a bunch of those. Like I've got the LG chocolate sitting around. I've got a pink Razer. Actually, I think I was just charging it. Oops. I got a classic Razer just sitting around. Isn't that cool? It takes a mini USB, if you can imagine that. So I don't even think I have a mini USB, but that's why I had it out. I was trying to charge it. We'll get to the video here in just a second too. I'm thinking as I'm talking, because I didn't consider that I can't screen share if I stream through YouTube. I have to do it through Streamlabs, but I didn't stream through Streamlabs. So I may just watch with the audio. Oh, was there a Facebook phone? I have the Amazon phone actually. Half my phones are all like right here on the table because I do like I clean them and take photos and whatever. I used to sell them. I still do sometimes on the side, but not as much as a real business anymore. The V30, actually that tracks because ooh, that's cool. That's definitely a relic. That's really awesome. Let me see if I have my Amazon phone. There's my Nexus. Yeah, there we go. Do you all remember Altel? I don't know how old you guys are, but Altel, they had great service before they shut down. But yeah, backwards. But pretty cool, right? And it's just like a Fire tablet. It runs Fire OS. It runs the Fire Store or whatever. Yeah, they were bought by Verizon a while back. Thank you, Sebastian. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. It really means like I that's such a disingenuous thing to say as like a streamer. Thanks for being here, guys. I hate it. But like it really means a ton because I've been working really hard to like up my game for videos and during streaming and stuff. I enjoy doing it. I love being in front of the camera. I just haven't had much of an audience yet. And this weekend is huge. So I appreciate you guys being here. Um The my favorite color for the Pixel 7 Pro is a really tough question because I still don't know which one I want to order it in. The green one like blew my mind when I saw it. I was so surprised at how much I liked it. I did not think I was going to like it at all because I like green a lot, actually. I got the green 6A. I got the green, all kinds of stuff, actually. Um, I got the green Apple Watch. No, so the Nomad one right now, but yeah, green. So I love green. That it, I don't think you would be disappointed by ordering the hazel. I'm personally, I think I'm getting white because that's usually what I get, and I love the white color. Um, and I really want to see that silver polished, that polished silver chrome around the cameras. Nice. You got the hazel one or the white one? Actually, so okay. So maybe this makes more sense with the Pixel Watch I'm getting. I'm getting the matte black and black sport band Pixel Watch and the white phone. And hopefully, I'm praying that Nomad Leather makes a case for it. That would be classy AF. So that's my goal. Actually, who am I kidding? I'm gonna end up buying like every Pixel Watch at some point. So yes, green. That's a really good choice. Honestly, I don't think you'll disappointed. Billy, are you in the UK? Is that why? I got my Pixel Watch for $25. Wait, how'd you get your Pixel Watch for $25 then? Oh, do you have a trade in? I am definitely a huge phone person too. No one understands it. Wait, I used to live in Ohio. That's cool. Where at? Oh yeah, that's fair. If you buy too much stuff at Best Buy too, then we are twins. Oh, nice. Okay, so yeah, that's actually pretty close to where I used to live. I used to live in the Worcester area, like Akron ish. I grew up around near the um like the rock and roll Hall of Fame and the Football Hall of Fame. I'd say it's a nice area, but it's kind of really been it's kind of gone downhill. That is, you are not wrong there. I actually ended up moving for the opposite reason because it was getting too expensive. There were no jobs in the area, not in this industry, cell phones. I actually had my own store at the time. It's actually still there if you can want to see it. The sign's still up. Um, but I like a one bedroom half of a house was going to be like 900 a month, and it's ridiculously crazy. So I was like, why would I live in a place that I didn't want to be and I didn't have a good job in when I could just move? Oh yeah, if you're from Chicago, yeah, you kind of you depending on where in Chicago, you probably did take a step up. If you're anywhere near Toledo or well, Detroit's I guess a difference. I get those two mixed up. Oh yeah, that's not bad at all. I miss the weather in Ohio. I'm not gonna lie, it's too sunny here. Jake, the watch is too small. What do you mean? Like the band or like the watch face itself? I'm in Virginia now. Been here for about 2 years. 2 years in August, actually. Yeah, August of 2020. So I was an idiot, and I opened my store in February of 2020, right before everything shut down. But I still had to pay rent. It was really bad. We literally just swapped places then. That's awesome. See, Jake, I would normally agree because this, like, I don't know if you guys could tell from the videos, but I have very large hands. Texting on, it makes it look like a normal size phone. I don't know if you noticed that, but it's true. And so my it's the only one I've got here. This is the 45 millimeter Apple Watch, and it looks fairly normal, on my wrist. So the 41 millimeters, I wish it was a little bigger. I think it's going to look too small on me. But I'm honestly, my excitement is more powerful than that, and I'm very excited to see it. I've been waiting for Pixel Watch for so long, um, very long time. I got the Pixel One is when I switched over from my iPhone 7 Plus. I was tired of paying for the same thing over and over. Um, but I had a watch Gear S3, the Frontier at the time, and I've been wanting to see a Google Watch ever since then. I do, yeah. So I got to wear big Johnny Depp rings. I did try. Well, so okay, so I didn't try recording like long stretches of video. Because I mean, I guess I could have, but I had to somehow make it interesting recording outside of a store in a city. So, um, it was more like different shots and different, 3 to 5 minute sections. Um, and so tell me if you know the difference between these two. Like things will get warm because they're in the sun and it just feels like it's because they're in the sun, and things will overheat in the sun. It was not overheating, but it was warm because I was like holding it and it was in the sun. It was like 85 that day or something crazy. So it it did not warm up. It did not. I didn't do any. Obviously, I'm not in depth tech. I wish I was that dedicated. That guy is a wizard. I don't know how he understand or how he finds all those minute differences in depth tech reviews. But I mean, it didn't heat up. It worked really well the whole time, and the mic blew me away. So good, so a step up. Like how this, it probably doesn't sound the same to you. I actually probably don't even have to be right in this. It just sounds louder to me. Um, this sounds very similar to me how the Pixel 7 footage sounds. Very, very crisp, very loud, and very clear. Really, really good. I'm very excited to see the reviews that are going to come out of it, especially technically speaking. Mr. Mobile, obviously, Unlocker, obviously, um, Techspert because he's hilarious. Um, and hopefully, I mean, I think it's actually good. I'm trying to figure out if Google purposefully does these weird, annoying embargoes where like you can't show anything except the back of the camera because they know other people are going to start making videos and keep the hype going. Because they did exactly the same thing last year and everyone was kind of weirded out, but that's how I was able to like, have that video get so many views. I never would have had that opportunity if that was so. I don't know if that's intentional or if I just found like a loophole or what, but um yeah. Yeah, the Watch 4 and 5 is not all that different. I do have the Watch 4. I don't think I have it here with me though. I put it's nice. It's like I'd say it's probably a 7 out of 10, but I don't prefer it. Just because the battery, like at least the Frontier and then the Galaxy Watch, the original Galaxy Watch after the Frontier when they moved from the Gear branding had like a 3.5 day battery life with tracking and like all that stuff, sleep tracking and whatever. That was crazy. I missed that. Um, I would do, wait. How do you say your name? Devorter. Wait, Devorator. There we go. Devorator. I unfortunately have not had the opportunity to use the iPhone 14 Pro Max yet. We do have demos just like the Pixels, but Apple's very, very picky and specifically labels on boxes and bags and stuff when you're allowed to open what you're like it's to the time, like to the hour. Like do not open until exactly 8:30 on this day, that kind of thing. So then I mean, more Android people come to my channel anyway, so I didn't really consider doing it. I probably should have. But I have not gotten to try it yet. But I know the Pixel 7 Pro easily beats the S22 Ultra. Easily, especially in video. The zoom is ridiculous too. That the super res thing is they're not overhyping it. It is very, very good. Also, take a shot every time I say the word very. Apparently, I say that a lot. Me too, Samuel. I prefer the Pixel camera. It's a little more dramatic. That is a really good description, actually, by MKBHD. Um, Very dramatic, very darks and lights, and it's very it looks like a painting. I that's how I edit my photos anyway. Like on Instagram, if I scroll like 4 years back, that's how I was editing my photos. So like I prefer that. The especially like in my face. Um, iPhone cameras tend to make me look very red. Like even like this here, I don't know how well you can see on the camera, but like I've had a lot of like acne and weird skin stuff since high school, and all of that just looks really bad on an iPhone. Um, it looks very washed out too. Like it's a very flat image. So I do prefer the Pixel camera a lot. I would say it's the best right now. I think at the very least, it will definitely go to toe to toe with the iPhone 13 or 14 Pro Max. Let's see. Is there anybody I missed? We will watch the video too. I promise. I'm loving talking to you guys though. Thanks everybody for stopping by. I appreciate it. Marcel, hello. Thank you for stopping by. What's the size comparison between the Pixel 7 and the Samsung Galaxy S20? So Samsung Galaxies. Um, So first I'll say I prefer the Pixel over the Galaxy for two reasons. A, the Pixel has a flat screen, very flat screen. I'm sure you all saw that video already. I really like that. And the um let me think, what else was it? So there was the curved screen. Oh, and Samsung loves their tall phones. It's thin and tall. It's almost like instead of a 16 by 9, they did like a 16 by 11. You know what I mean? Like it feels just too tall. All their phones have always been like that, really, since like the S6. Well, S7, I guess. And I don't personally prefer that. I think that's possibly like some Japanese style because it is a Japanese company, obviously. Um, so I think some of that is coming through. I don't know. That's just what I always assumed. Um, but I would prefer the Pixel 7 because it's the wideness to tallness ratio is a little more manageable. It feels really good in your hand. But as far as like how it'll fit in your pocket, the Pixel 7 is wider. So it's gonna feel like an iPhone 10R or an 11. Or I mean a Pixel 6 if you've seen that. Um it feels exactly like the Pixel 6, honestly. Similar weight, similar um oh, that's right, it's Korea. It's not Japan. Man, I never get that right. Apologies, Japan. I wish Samsung was Japanese or Korean. I don't know. um Let me see. Yes, astrophotography for sure. They didn't talk about it, but I'm assuming because they did talk about night mode. So the picture of the girl like against the wall, and she had like the sparkly top on, and it was very very clear. The what they were showing off and what they were describing is smaller load times uh, and faster processing. So both of those are the same thing, I guess. So then you get clearer photos and you get better colors. I'm assuming because since astrophotography obviously is an extension of night sight, is going to be better as well. You probably still need a tripod, but I mean, that kind of goes without saying at this point. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything else. Like taking pictures of stars is crazy. Taking pictures of stars with a handheld device, I mean, Google's really good, but that's got to be impossible at this point. So Mario, thank you for coming, Mario. Um, the I was stupid and I did not play with the brightness. I should have known that's something people are going to ask about, and I just didn't. Um, but as I was shooting video, when I shoot video on the Pixel 6 Pro, I usually notice how it seems dark, and I'm like, is this did this turn the brightness down? And it didn't. It's at the max. It's just because I'm outside. I did not notice that about the 7 Pro, so it's probably bright. I mean, I know it's brighter. They said it was. So see the thank you. The Pixel 3 XL bathtub notch and the dynamic island have the same energy. I knew it. I mean, I've actually I have to set this up tonight. I bought this off of a friend, a 12 Pro. Um, it's nowhere even set up yet. But I think I would end up being more annoyed by the dynamic island than I would by the notch. I still think notches in 2022 were unacceptable. Um, but still. Thanks, Flamingo. I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. I do try to be very real. That's like part of my very conscious of that actually. Both in sales and on camera because I'm very tired of like corporatized speech and you know uh reviewers that are bought and saying giving you these lines that you're supposed to love. Like I'd rather just tell you how it is, honestly. Take a risk, right? That's true. Sony does make tall phones too. Unfortunately, I've never had the chance to try a Sony phone, but maybe one day. No, that's another thing I wasn't able to test because I consciously did not connect it to the internet. Most of the time, if any of you have worked in a cell phone store, you know how this is. Um, we were not before the date, so it would have been fine. But I am just very hesitant to connect it to the internet because I don't know what it's sending back to Google or reporting to the agency that sold it or what I mean, because it's a demo device. I mean, I don't know like what they have to send back to the device to activate demo mode or location services or whatever the case may be. So I try and not connect them to the internet until we're actually setting up the device. And we actually did. Like the the next day, it was like it's on display right now. Um, So it wouldn't have been a big deal, but I didn't have anything to play off of it. The videos I played of me sounded really good, but it was just my voice and like the wind and the whatever else was outside at the time. They did sound they were very loud though. They were louder than the 6 Pro, if I remember correctly. Aditya, did I say that right? Thanks for being here. Yes, so I sold my 13 Pro Max thinking I wanted the 14 Pro Max, and now I am trying to find a 13 Pro Max again because I love the purple, but it doesn't overcompensate for the notch. Thanks, Marcel. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here too. That's the goal, honestly. I mean, so this is the tough thing that I was thinking about is I would love to do this full time if I can. But I also know that everyone who does YouTube full time ends up getting bought out at some point. I have never seen anyone who wasn't bought out at some degree. So I would love to have like sponsors and stuff, but um I don't know. Like, have you ever guys watched? I don't know if you're in. I mean, some games, sometimes gaming and tech kind of collides, but I watch a lot of Forge Labs and like YouTube or of course YouTube Minecraft stuff. Nice, thanks. I'm glad. But yeah, thank you for being here. I watch a lot of Forge Labs and like Mr. Gigi or like Scott Kramer, like that. I love that kind of stuff, and they're very good about sponsors. So the goal is to be very real. Um, Part of the whole shtick, actually. that I've kind of discovered is that I am not part of Team Pixel, and I'm not part like these companies are not sending me the devices. I'm a random guy that bought the device, and I happen to work in an industry that I really like while I'm in school, and I happen to know about it enough that I can take advantage of the opportunity. You know what I mean? So I think that's very refreshing, and I really want to keep that up. Let me see. I mean, the notifications are they look cool. It looks like the that little like the magnetic mercury clock. If you guys have ever seen that, I can't share my screen. Man, how are we going to watch this video if I can't share my screen? I'm in such an idiot. I may just watch it on my end, and hopefully you guys will be able to hear the audio. I don't know how many audio options I have too. We may have to do the yeah. Hmm. YouTube. We need a YouTube live um like plug in or something. I would agree, Samuel. Mario, are you in the US? If you're in the US, try a carrier store or Best Buy. Best Buy will even actually show you on the app now whether or not it's on display. It'll say like in like on display in Charlottesville or whatever. You know what I mean? So I would do that. And Best Buy is better too because carriers always have those like clamps where you can't actually pick it up, and Best Buy usually has the strings, so you can actually pick it up and hold it and feel it. Um, yeah, Best Buy. I used to work for Best Buy actually, and aside from some management issues, but that's kind of the same everywhere you go. They're a good company. They're very forward thinking. They use RCS to send your delivery notifications. It's super cool. They're very good. So if you can find the right people to work with, it would be a really, really good job. Oh, did you? I feel like we've crossed paths at some point. If you were in Virginia and then moved to Ohio, and I was in Ohio and moved to Virginia, and also Best Buy, yeah, I appreciate that though, Mario. Thank you. That seriously makes me feel like really good because that's definitely what I shoot for. Is to be respectable and give you like whoever's watching my video the same down to earth, like salt of the earth kind of conversation that I would want. Um, like I don't want like imagine when you go into a phone store just because that's where I just came from, it's in my head. And they're like, you get a free phone. And you're like, but is it free? And they're like, of course it's free. We here at AT&T. And T. And you're like, no, 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 no. Like, I'm not asking what the script says. I'm asking you like, is it free? You know what I mean? That's what I want. I want to break through the BS and kind of bring a level of like trustworthiness back to tech and reviews because it's gotten very shimmery, very out of outside reality. It's a good thing I'm not near 5 or 10 million subscribers. Nowhere near. Nice. That feels good though, right? Like that's part of what I love about sales is the ability to like you will when okay, so I'll start here. When someone hears I'm a salesman, what they usually hear is I'm the slimy car salesman that makes you buy something you don't want. You know what I mean? Now, it may have been like that in the past, but now at least with AT&T and T and Verizon that I've worked with as well, it's less like that and more like um you're like you are good at selling and you also make money from what people buy from you. Not like in order to make money you have to sell things you don't want or that people don't want, but whatever they buy you make money off of. So it's a really cool like two-way, And I even acknowledge that a lot of times with customers. They'll be like, "Do you make commission?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but I mean, you're buying what you came in for. Like, I'm not trying to sell you anything you don't want." You know what I mean? Um, and usually they that helps them too. Whew. If only you saw some of that from commission, right? That was one of the biggest things that bothered me about Best Buy is my one of my friends. Can I even call him as my friend? I don't remember his name. Started with an M. It's been a while, 2 years. Um, he broke $1 million that he sold for Best Buy the third, the second or third week of December. That's one employee in that entire store, and this isn't even a big Best Buy. Like this is a like I mean it's not a city, and it's definitely not like a town. So it's like a moderate city. You know what I mean? We got a couple schools. We got, there's a lot of people asking, or a lot of people here. But I mean, imagine if it was 1% of that, not like 3 or 4%, like normal commission is. Like that would be crazy money. I wish Best Buy gave out commission because I'd still be there. You'd be making like $900 a week on commission alone. If it was, wait, did I do that right? That'd be 10%. Never mind. I don't math apparently. Q Mert, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you being here. I agree. He's too biased for me as well. I kind of gave up on watching him. He's cool, and I love his sense of cinematography is beautiful. His videos are perfect. So I love what he does. He makes really really good content, but he does seem very bought out recently. I I definitely prefer Pixel at any time. I actually have trouble not recommending Pixels to people at work. Like, obviously, like, I mean, I'm not going to be unprofessional about it. Like, tell them to buy that every time. But I mean, the Pixel 6a right now is $2 a month at AT&T. How can I? What better deal do you have than getting a flagship level processor and camera and a $2 phone? Like, I can't think of anything better. But if I'm going to recommend to a friend, I would usually what I do is people love iPhone. iPhone is very simple, but I think you'll like this better. And then I'll tell them like, um, this is a Google phone. If then that usually opens up. Oh, I've used Samsung before and I didn't like it. I had a J7. I had a something trashy, that wasn't very good. Um, and then I'm usually like, this is going to be completely different than that. It's as iPhone as you can get, but you also have Android um, customization. So I tell people I would, if it was me, I would buy the Pixel every time because you're going to get a great camera. Obviously, you're going to get a great technical experience with RCS. Um, you're going to get, um, the incredible processing power. All that's. I mean, we all know what you get with it. Um, But then if they're like, I don't know," then I'll usually recommend them an iPhone because usually it means they don't want to like explore or learn about the phone. They just want a phone that works. And in that case, usually people end up with iPhone. But also remember, I'm coming from the perspective um, that if I make a sale and then the person doesn't like it, they have to bring it back and they have to pay a restock fee. So I would rather them get something that they're going to love versus or that they're familiar with because usually the people asking this are a little older, or they maybe haven't had a smartphone before, or they have only had a trashy $40 Walmart phone and they want to know what's best. So in that case, sometimes I'll recommend iPhone. I want people to get what there is going to be best for them. But it's very very close. What's up, something mobile? Thanks for stopping by and cutting coffee. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I legitimately do. Like I see a 55 right now. I've never had that many people in a chat before. That's crazy to me. So I appreciate it. But I was hoping I last year I was an idiot and I didn't I wasn't expecting the 100,000 views that I got off of that Pixel 6 Pro footage video. So I wasn't really able to respond or hang out like this or anything. Now I'm in a better apartment and I've got, a camera and I've got a computer and all that stuff. So um it's much much nicer, and I'm glad I can actually interact with some of the people that are, subbing and stuff, because I really do appreciate it. Um Indeed, yeah, that is true. I did not think about that actually. OnePlus, I kind of gave up on OnePlus though, because they, speaking of being sold out. um yeah, I mean, I love the alert slider. I can't believe that never took off on Android, because that was one of the biggest things in early Steve Jobs iPhone days that I loved. So good. I really, really like the alert slider still, even to this day. I mean, look at that. So I'm upset that they did it, but I understand, because OnePlus is not being run by people with passion. It's being run by corporate, suits. So they probably just don't see the value in it. They're probably all using iPhones anyway. I don't know. Are they Japanese? Is that the one I was thinking of? They said Samsung was Japanese earlier. Maybe I was thinking of OnePlus. I can't remember where they're based. Thanks, Damon. I appreciate it. OnePlus is Chinese. Okay, cool. I'm glad you guys know more than I do, because I kind of lose track. But yeah, Damon, thank you very much. Like, it legitimately, like, I want to do like a giveaway or something at some point, because I really, really, like, you guys have no idea how good it makes me feel to see your comments and like the number going up, my sub number. Like, that's crazy. I've been working so long and so hard to finally be monetized. And after this, little bout of videos, I'll be there. So I really, really appreciate uh I really appreciate that. Something will people like my enthusiasm? Is that what you said? Like in the videos, or are you talking to somebody else? Because that's actually really valuable information. Thanks, Zach. I appreciate it. Yeah, um oh, nah. See, that's actually the cool thing, is I was literally thinking about this on my way to work today, because I have an hour drive. Um, I was thinking, what if Google came to me right now and was like, "We want you to be part of Team Pixel. You get a free phone." I don't need a free phone. I've already seen it. I have never seen something like this in the tech community before. You know what I mean? Like, I see people who buy the device themselves and who get it sent, but I've never seen somebody like go into a Best Buy and like nearby share it or airdrop it to themselves and like do like a video compare. You know what I mean? I've never seen that. That's like an in between. So since I work here and I'm within all the rules, I don't have an embargo. I did it after the launch date, all that stuff. So I can kind of just be who I want to be. Besides Apple, because Apple is very particular about when, so I might be behind on some of the Apple reviews. Um, but besides that, I mean, it, kind of leaves me free and clear to kind of be my own person, and then take uh disconnected sponsors if I ever do that. So like Audible or something like that, that's not if I was sponsored by Samsung, that might be a little sus, because it's a conflict of interest. If I was sponsored by Helix Mattress Company, or what do you call that? Fresh, Hello Fresh, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I was thinking about all the psychology behind that today. Yeah. Big hands pixel. That might imply something else. I don't know if I want to go there. Face unlock VPN. You can get the VPN now. So I actually have the VPN, because of course I pay for the 2 terabytes. I take a lot of photos. I've taken a lot of photos my whole life. Um, and I have scanned and put every photo that I have ever owned and ever taken into Google Photos, including my baby pictures. So I like to keep them protected. But the VPN is really cool. It does slow down your internet just a tad. But I'm glad that they're opening it up because I don't know, that's cool. It's just a feature that not a lot of people know about. So I'm glad that that are doing that for people. Marine X, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Nice to see you. Um, do you prefer big phones? Do you have big hands like me? Yes, cutting coffee. Are you from India? Congratulations to India, by the way. I'm very, very excited for you guys that you finally got it. You've been asking for so long for Pixels. You finally got it. Interesting. Something mobile. Thank you. That actually like was very informational for me because I sometimes am like I couldn't tell you why people think it's interesting. But people have said similar things about my selling style. So that's very, very valuable information for me. So I appreciate that. Thank you. I have big hands, so I like the size of the Pixel 6 and the iPhone 13 mini. So I would go look at them in a store and hold them and play with them and see what you think. Um, the interesting thing about the 7 actually compared to the 6 is I loved the size of the 6 and the colors of the 6. I would have bought that one if the haptic motor was better because apparently I have not seen a diagram or anything, but apparently, so the haptic motor in this phone is down here, which is why it feels like you're actually typing when you do it. The haptic motor in the 6 was up here, which is why it felt mushy because it wasn't coming directly from underneath. So that was one of my only complaints about the 6. I loved the size, loved the flat screen, loved everything about it. And even the zoom because this actually doesn't do too great switching from lens to lens. So it actually helped to not have the zoom lens sometimes. But the mushy haptics, it was worth getting the pro for me. Oh, hey Joseph, you're still here. How's it going, man? I thought you were going to bed because you get sent the little Z's. Does it pay terrible though? See, I didn't know. I don't know. I just see a lot of people get sponsored by Audible. We got to play Minecraft again soon, by the way. Nice. Thanks. That helps to my honestly though, like I saw like there's 57 people before. I've never seen that. That's crazy. That's awesome. But are you eating spaghetti? Oh, okay. Actually, Joseph, question. We were debating this at work today. Um, Cocoa Pebbles or Fruity Pebbles? I can't remember if we've talked about this before. Thanks, Coffee. Yeah, that's one I'm really, really looking forward to. I'm definitely gonna do another one similar to the chat just started going like moving up and up and up. Everyone's wow, Fruity Pebbles? Two of my coworkers today both said Fruity Pebbles, and that is not what I expected. Interesting. Q said Cocoa Pebbles every time, and I agreed. I was like, why would you ever what Cocoa Pebbles easily? That's true. The milk turns to chocolate milk. Anyway, I lost track of what I was doing. Let me see. Oh, yeah, yeah, coffee. Thank you. Thank you very much. I am really looking forward to that one too. I'm going to do a more traditional review for that one. I'll probably do like a satisfying ASMR unboxing and then I'm going to do um like a week review, just average review and then I'm going to do a comparison with the Galaxy Watch and the Fitbit and the Apple Watch 7 as far as like workouts and tracking and location and battery and all that stuff. So definitely keep an eye out for that because that's going to be a really fun one. I love watches. Like I'm a watch guy anyway. and I'm not wearing one because I took it off. But I like even before smartwatches, I loved watches. It's they're so classy. Cocoa Pebbles, I have to choose Cocoa Pebbles. I'm not gonna lie. I love Cocoa Pebbles, but they got to be a little bit crunchy. You can't. That's not one you can like drown in milk. You have to put like the cereal and then the milk. You know what I mean? Like it's got to be 2/3 milk. You're welcome, Zach. There's actually a great app for that. It's DoorDash. Welcome to today's. I'm kidding. That was literally the next thing we talked about at work today because he told me Fruity Pebbles, and I was like, "You're crazy." Okay, now Cocoa Pebble or Cocoa Puffs versus Reese's Puffs, and they said mixed, which was a very valid answer. I think I missed a pixel question actually. Maureen, you ignore sponsor emails? I mean, make sure they're legit, but yeah, don't ignore your sponsor emails. You gotta get with the grind, man. Wait, hang on. I think I missed something. Oh yeah, yeah, Samuel with the 4x telephoto. Yeah, there's not a good reason for it. It's very dumb. I don't like it either. But the 7 does not have that problem at all. The only problem I saw with the video is it still takes a second to switch to super res from just the regular telephoto, but it was also pre-release software. So I'm guessing that wasn't actually how it was supposed to work. It just, again, I didn't connect to the internet, so it didn't get any app updates, nothing. So, um, why do they don't have autofocus on Pixel 7 Pro? Wait, they don't have autofocus? I think they do. Are you talking about the selfie camera? Because they were talking about the selfie camera having autofocus. The fingerprint scanner is better. I tried on the 7, not the 7 Pro. Um, but it is better, yes. It felt to me about 10 to 20% faster. It still kind of gave a little bit of that issue in the sunlight where like it can't read it because it's too bright because it doesn't know which light is which. But again, pre-release software, I don't think it's going to be an issue. I think it's just because it was out of the box and whatever. That's right, Joseph. Pixel knowledge and the dairy down low. Yes, that's what we do here. Food. Okay. Thoughts on spaghetti? Spaghetti and meatballs. I better see a lot of S tiers in the chat. Spaghetti and meatballs is easily one of the best foods I've ever eaten in my life. I've never turned down spaghetti. Let's see, Sebastian, when will you be able to test the phone all the way and curved screen? How does it feel? Um, Test the phone all the way. Probably not till I get it. Unfortunately, which hopefully will be the 13th. But I was maybe stupid. But I got my commission check last month, and I was specifically going to put money aside for the Pixel 6. And lo and behold, I finally got a hold of a PS5. So I actually don't have the money right now. I'm waiting for a paycheck, but my next paycheck comes like the day before it releases. So we'll see. The TicWatch is a huge phone or a huge watch. I have the Fossil watch, and I'm still upset that they never gave us Android or Wear OS 3. That's literally one of the reasons I bought that watch. I bought it so I could experience Wear OS 3 and make a video before the Pixel Watch came out. And what do you know? We got the Pixel Watch before Fossil even got to it. So But yeah, I've actually never tried a tick watch. Scott from Technically Speaking loves them. But I have never tried one yet, but I want to. I'm pretty sure, Peter. I'm pretty sure. Are you talking about 7 or 7 Pro? Because I'm still really confused. I know one of them has autofocus on the front camera because Samsung has autofocus and they use the same lens. Oh, interesting. Hmm. I guess it doesn't have autofocus. That's kind of sad. I do wish that they did. Wait, but how's it going to have face unlock? If they're going to make secure face unlock at standard focus, you would think the focal length would be part of the verification process to because it measures depth. That's the whole point. I think the face unlock is going to be good. I'm very confident about that. The battery life is always a little rough with Android phones. That's one of the biggest downfalls. So that I would not be surprised if it's not great. I usually end up having to charge up my phone throughout the day, but again, I have an hour drive, so I charge, plug it in maps on the way back. Samuel, I agree. Any pasta is good. Stuffed shells, baked ziti, that baked mac and cheese with the breadcrumbs on the top. Soul food, man. Let's see. Yes, fingerprint scanner is better. Hang on, I'm gonna open a Mountain Dew. Okay. Thanks again for hanging out, everybody. Um, Adit, yeah. The fingerprint scanner. So I have two clips that I recorded. One, it worked every single time, and then the other time I went out to do like a little narration and do it, and and it was in the sun, and it didn't work like 3 times in a row. So um, again, I chalked that up to pre-release software. Um, and I actually don't remember if I used the right finger either. I couldn't remember which one I did, so I might have just used the wrong thumb. Um, but I would say yes, the fingerprint scanner is more consistent. I would say I don't know. I don't have enough data to make a guess yet. Mike, thanks for being here. Um, I don't think I don't think they made any changes to astrophotography. We were kind of talking about this earlier, actually. Good night, Damon. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. Nice to talk with you. You were at Comic Con. If you met any of the Winchesters, or if you met anyone from Supernatural, I'm very jealous. Let me see. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, yeah, Mike. We were talking about this a little bit earlier. They didn't announce anything formally, uh, but they did talk about the faster shooting rate. I forget what they call it, like the time it takes to process the night sight video or the photo, and because of that, you get much sharper images. So I'm guessing that that plays uh, into astrophotography, but I don't think they made any actual announcements or talked about it. Interesting. The same front camera. Hmm. Indeed, yeah, that's true, but they also have a whole bunch of other tech in there, like a dot projector. So a dot projector can measure depth, but like a camera can't. You know what I mean? In the same way, anyway. Yeah, Supernatural seasons 1 through 5 is easily one of the top five favorite stories. Last of Us, Doom Eternal, Supernatural, and I'm missing one. Lord of the Rings. easily. That's actually that's what this is. This is Lord of the Rings. And then obviously got to stand up for my man Jack Sparrow, Mr. Johnny Depp. Lucifer? Wait, Lucifer is above par? What do you mean? I've heard Lucifer is really good. I've never watched it though. Honestly, it's because I kind of got burnt out through Supernatural. I was kind of tired of the whole angels and demons thing, so I took a break. And I watched Ozark, and that was another trip all on its own. Yes, there we go, there we go. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Night sight photos are shot in half the time. Um, so that probably affects astrophotography. I wonder if that's shot in half the time too, or if it still needs the full 4 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever. Sebastian, it barely takes any time to process during the day. It was essentially point and shoot. At least for the ones when I was like taking them outside and inside the store. Yeah, it was very, very quick. Yeah, the dot projector is the big advantage with the Pixel 4 and the iPhone, but it's also the reason there has to be a notch. Honestly, I didn't mind the forehead on the Pixel 4. I thought it was kind of cool actually. Excuse me. It was like a front camera bar. Um, Death Stranding, I've heard is very, very good, and I have never played it, unfortunately. But I also haven't had a PlayStation in a while, so I've got a PS5 now. I think it's actually included with PlayStation Plus. I got to play it. I'm going to play God of War too because I've never played that one. Hang on, wait, Zach Samuel, the bioresin coating on the Pixel 5. I lost track of what you guys were talking about. Stee, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Nice to see you. Um, the I don't believe so. The thermal cooling is much much better as far as I can tell. Like I was shooting video outside for it was just a little while. It wasn't too long, but it didn't heat up at all. So I have very high hopes. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, my favorite Pixel phone I've ever owned is the Pixel 5. I loved the front of the Pixel 5. If I could have a phone that was this size, but was the Pixel 5. Hey, there's our dot projector, by the way. Um, uh, Best phone ever. The 4A 5G was actually one of my favorites, and the only thing I think that phone lacked was wireless charging and 90 hertz. Otherwise, that would be almost the perfect phone. I mean, anything beyond season 4 kind of gets gets stagnant. Even The Office. I mean, the best of the best can only last for so long. I mean, look what happened to Lost. I barely even made it after two. I might have to try though. Is Lucifer on Netflix? I was thinking about getting Netflix again. Music Journal, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Nice seeing you. I actually did not try it. I wasn't sure. Again, with the whole connecting to the internet thing, I wasn't sure how much of my personal information I should put in there, and then just reset it for the demo mode. So I didn't try it. Um, but looking back, I probably should have. Actually, I mean, it's not even in demo mode yet. It's just like mounted on the thing. So I might even try tomorrow actually while I'm at work. Would you guys be interested in seeing that if I made like a short or like a little 2 or 3 minute video showing the setup process of face unlock? Android 11 was very very good. Again, I started using Pixel with Pixel 1, and that was when I barely even touched Android before that. That was mostly because of Steve Jobs. He's one of my heroes. I love that. I love him. So I more bought iPhones to support Steve Jobs and his ideology. But after that, it was Android 7, I think, was on the first Pixel. And that's what I fell in love with. But 11 is a solid version. I'm actually, well, I guess the Pixel 2s and 3s, well, the 3s have 12. I guess the Pixel 2s have 11 though, right? Or is it 10? Whatever the Pixel 2 uses is actually still really solid. Like, it's definitely not as flashy. I really like the big bubbly kind of thing because Android used to be compact, and it used to be compact because we had smaller phones, but we don't have smaller phones now. So like to be compact doesn't isn't really efficient anymore. It doesn't save any space. So to redesign with like the widgets and the bubbly graphics and all that stuff, um, it makes it feel more at home. I think, and it uses that space not inefficiently, but in a way that um, it presents itself better. Billy, I never had a Nexus 6P, unfortunately. I have a Nexus 5, which is running RCS, by the way. It's got a broken camera. A customer traded this in and I mean, obviously it's not worth anything. So I kept it. But this runs RCS. It runs Google Photos. It's got the new Google store, like the Play Store update. So actually, thank you for grounding me. Now I don't have to go to work tomorrow. But yeah, the 6P, I do want to try one. I really do want to try one sometime. I just haven't. I guess I just haven't gotten to it. Which is Al Neo. Thank you for being here. Thanks for stopping by. Um. Oh wait, Marine X. I think I forgot to read one of your questions. Let me go look up, and then I'll get back to you, Al Neo. What did I miss? Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah. Sorry about that. Yes, yeah. I will read the question. What do you think? Which phone is better, iPhone 14 Pro Max or Google Pixel? Motivation words. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. It's nice seeing everybody. Nice hanging out. Um, I would easily choose the 7 Pro every time. I would still choose the 6 Pro over it. Um, I don't know. It's just so much more efficient. Like if I take a picture, by the time I'm opening Google Photos, it's already backed up. Even on data, like if I have it, I don't have it set to back up data because it burns through your battery. But if I did, um, oh, thanks, Joseph. I'm glad you see them. I make a ton of them. But yeah, I would still choose the Pixel to be sure. If it was Pixel 5 versus the iPhone, I'm probably going iPhone. But 6 Pro or 7 Pro, easily the Pixel. The tablet does look really good. I'm very excited to see where they take that and what other companies do to try to copy it. Because we're kind of getting to the point where Google is now releasing these new innovative products that other people haven't done yet. It's not like they're copying Apple in this way, although they still do. I mean, everybody kind of copies each other at this point. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm very disappointed the Pixel Book was canceled, though. I won't lie, because I have the Pixel Book Go, and I love it. Easily the best computer I've ever used. The speakers on that are ridiculous, crazy good speakers. Um, yeah, I do feel you about the Android 11 versus 12 debate. Indeed, yeah, he says your thesis makes sense about Android 12 adapting to larger scalable displays, but I miss Android 11. I do agree. It would actually be really cool if, because obviously theming is like all Android now, which is amazing because now I've even noticed a shift. I mean, I work with the tones people every day, like normal, average, everyday people that just want a phone. Like they don't necessarily know what it is. They don't know what a milliamp hour is. They don't know any of that. They just want a phone that works. And now, like 2 years ago, if you said I have an Android phone, people are going to think like a Galaxy J7 or some like $80 phone from Walmart. Now that's more of a refined, like, okay, you use this suite of items, which is cool. I'm glad that's changing. But it would be really cool if in the theming options there was an Android 11 inspired theme with smaller everything. That's actually maybe some good feedback to send to Google. Like if you go all the way to the bottom of the phone, you hit send feedback, ask for an Android 11 theme. I mean, they might do it. It'd be like a retro throwback. I don't know. Is that retro by now? Yes. Thank you, Joseph. He says eSIM only in the US for iPhone 14 is disgusting. People who travel internationally should just get a Pixel. Haha. You are correct. Apple is just trying to make it as hard as possible to stop owning an iPhone, which is actually a very telling statement because I think that's obviously the reason they locked down iMessage. Because if Apple opened up iMessage, imagine if tomorrow iMessage for Android was released in the Play Store for 9.99, they would immediately make millions of dollars overnight, and they would become the text messaging standard of the world overnight. So, I mean, that has to be worth something. You know what I mean? Like that's got to be worth something. I know they make a ton of money off phones, but still, I mean, I wish they would do that. But yeah, definitely. Actually, I have had people come in. Most of the Pixels I've had come into the store have been from international customers or Verizon customers because it's more common over there. But yeah, I mean, Pixels had dual SIM since Pixel 2. So we're talking 2017, and they're all unlocked because they all came from the Google Store or Verizon. So the biggest thing you deal with now, especially selling with AT&T, is that it's not unlocked. I mean, that's kind of the that's the biggest deal. But Joseph, have you had these stupid eSIM issues lately? Like while you're activating the phone, while you're going through the setup, it can't activate the eSIM because it needs Wi-Fi, but that's the only time it can activate. So then by the time you set the phone up, you need to reassign another eSIM. And then you're just burning through these stupid eSIM cards, you know what I mean? Because it's not like it's only a one-time use. It's so annoying. Rajavir, did I say that right? Hopefully. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. You definitely should consider the Pixel 7 for video and photography. I don't know if you guys watch like conspiracy theory stuff. I'm really into that. I watched Wendigoon. Wendigoon went mega viral. Like millions of followers after having like 2,000 for 2 years, and he skyrocketed to like 2 million over 9 months, and all he had was an iPhone and a little tripod, and he would just tell stories to the camera. So definitely start your photography or videography journey with a Pixel, and you'll go places. As long as if your camera has to be good, but your skills have to be good too. So make sure you're watching videos. Watch what's that channel called? They all went to Full Sail University. Film Riot. Watch Film Riot. It's that dumbass dynamic island. The reason enough to not get that phone. I mean, it's cool. Like I would love to play with it, and I'd like to try it, but I think it would get annoying. Sorry, no, Rajavir. I just missed your question. I'm sorry. Louis Rossman. I actually have not heard of him. I'm gonna look him up afterwards, though. Does he do tech as well? Louis Rossman. I appreciate that though. That's very kind for me having just barely started. Marine, yes. Google gives you a ton of features and a ton of reasons to keep it. Like it was a little cringy when they were like, most of us have adopted RCS. We've had crash detection for 3 years, which is true. And I think it's hilarious that they did that. But yeah, like list if they went through, like imagine if Google was like, we're gonna market, we're gonna have one commercial for the actual phone, and the rest of every single commercial we do is a feature on the phone. They would have infinite commercials. Voice to text, auto punctuation, call screening, direct my call, photo stuff, like recorder, transcription, all like translate. They've got so many helpful smart features. Actually, one of the best takes on the Pixel comes from Marquez. I'm not going to lie. Excuse me. Um, he called it a. He said it was Pixel 2 review. This phone is smart, and I actually really liked that because he used like the smartphone play. Let me actually look that up really quick. But that's kind of where it went downhill because that was the last. Yeah, Pixel 2 review. This thing is smart. It only has 7 million views. I thought he was bigger than that. Maybe it's just the Pixel 2 wasn't that popular. All right, let me try and catch up here. Sorry, I'm kind of missing. Chuvo, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. 4XL was excellent. Oh, let's ban this. I didn't even see that. How do you hang on? Remove. There you go. That's only one. Hide user on channel. Cool. And report. I don't have any mods right now. Actually, I do have one mod. He's just busy right now. He's not in chat. Yes, thank you, Bacon Fries. Thank you, Joseph. I appreciate that too. Thank you, Bacon Fries. Yes. Smash that like button, bros. But yeah, legitimately, the like button tells when you like the like button, it tells YouTube that you're enjoying, the video. Obviously, you know this, but then when YouTube realizes you're enjoying it, it spits it out to other people too. And this is going to stay up as a VOD afterwards. Hey, Apple in 2024 might might be a heavyweight. Maybe have a Mike Tyson in here. Because okay, imagine if they let go of their pride and they removed Face ID. They used you know the lock button as the fingerprint reader, and they had an under display camera. I would be all about that. I'm just sad that I look at iPhone and I don't see innovation anymore, and I'm not wowed by Apple anymore. I'm just rolling my eyes at how cringy it is. You know what I mean? For the first time ever in an iPhone. That goes without saying. It's the newest phone. Of course, it's the first time ever in an iPhone. Yeah, the SIM slot, Rashid, thank you for being here too. I can't remember if I said that before. But yeah, the SIM slot, that's actually one of the reasons I'm not buying the 14 is because I need a SIM slot. I switch phones a lot. So I'm if anything, I'll use a VPN and I'll go buy it off apple.uk or whatever. Shout out to the UK for being better than the US, by the way. Got weird accents, but it's better over there. Oh, you did find a way? I may ask you tomorrow because I'll probably have it come up. Opus is acting crazy today all day long. So Joseph, I mean, or he asked, this is a work thing. Um, but yeah, I may call you and ask about that tomorrow. I would pay $2 a month for iMessage on an iPhone. I would. Let's see. Rajavir says, thanks for responding. Sure. My brother is sending over the Pixel 7 from Canada to India where I live. Interesting. You guys live very far apart. I've heard international phones have connectivity. I'm assuming you mean issues, have connectivity issues because there are some missing modems or bands. That actually is true. I occasionally have, I know for Japanese, I know this one's from Japan. I have some Korean phones, some Japan phones, and like phones from overseas that come to AT&T, and when I try to activate it, it's a different version of LTE and 5G, and it doesn't understand, how to connect to it, so it defaults to 3G and then kicks it off the network because 3G doesn't exist anymore. So it's this weird problem where somebody can bring over like an S21 Ultra that they bought 6 months ago and it doesn't work because it's a 3G only device. It's super super strange. Yes, agreed on call screening. I bet you guys didn't know I have a guest here today. It's a panda. Easily one of my favorite phones, or Pixel phones. It's a little destroyed, but it was like $50. So the color though, I miss when they, well, I guess they still kind of do color pop. But yeah, this phone is iconic. I loved that one. Yeah, let's put it, my so Speedy Beatty is an old coworker. We work in the same company. He says, let's put it this way: don't use those eSIM emergency cards. They're trash, and you can't discount them either. Oh, well, that's why the scan doesn't work. Then I didn't know that. I've been trying to figure out why the discount card doesn't work anymore. So at AT&T, if you replace somebody's SIM card, it should be free, but it's not. The system tries to charge you $5 for it, even for an eSIM. It's the dumbest thing. So, we have to remove it, but that's what he's talking about. It's creates the weirdest like tie knots of, problems tying itself into knots. Rocket? Rocket's here? Guys, Rocket's here. This is crazy. Everybody go follow Speedy Beatty and Rocket Talks. They're bros. Billy, actually, I have researched brand new pandas. I really like that one too, and I may end up spending a couple, like 100 or $200 on a brand new one because there are a lot of them left over, I guess, from back then. The only eSIM, Billy, that's actually a good point too with the eSIM. I swap phones entirely too often for that BS eSIM crap. I burnt my SIM I normally use, and I had to get another reason it's a paperweight. Yeah, the amount of times while I was learning all this stuff about cell phones, like when I first started in like 2016 and I was like repairing screens and like learning how the blacklist system works and stuff like that, the amount of times I burnt my own SIM card because I didn't know how to check for a blacklist, way too many times. They hate me at my local Verizon because they still know me from back then. It's really sad. Tristan, you're using the Panda as a daily driver right now? That's cool. I've often wondered how many people still use the Pixel 2 as a daily phone. Actually, I want to look at Android 11 now that we were talking about it. So actually, I will put one caveat with the eSIM thing. eSIM is definitely the future. I'm on board with that. And I use an eSIM. I haven't used a physical SIM card in very very long time because I use Google Fi, obviously because I'm a nerd. But the way that's implemented is excellent. If you're going to rely on eSIM technology, your download, the way you download, the way you access that eSIM has to be extremely simple. It has to be just as simple as pulling out the SIM, putting it in. And if it's not, then you're not doing enough. That's my opinion. I don't know how any of it works. I could be just an idiot, but Google Fi is the only one that has made that process extremely easy. It specifies this phone number is currently being used on another device. Would you like to move it to this device? Yes or no? Do you want just account access? Do you want to move your number? You can choose. It will download automatically, either by opening the app or by going into cellular and then adding it. You can just download it from there. Very, very, very simple. That's one reason I still use them. Wait, we can't. Oh, that's right. Like, what a joke, honestly, that we can't do. Joseph says they don't let us. They being AT&T, they don't let us do dual SIM either, though, which is true because apparently double SIMs are fraud. I don't know if that's the reason. They just told us we weren't. Whoops. They just told us we weren't allowed to do it. It's ridiculous. But like, what's the point of having two SIM cards if you can't use both of them and you can't even use another company because it's locked? It makes no this is the kind of thing that needs to be figured out before we go eSIM only. We need to figure out, like, the physical SIM is locked. The eSIM can be used anywhere. Maybe something like that. Rajavir asks, "Have you seen the Pixel 7 benchmark video? It's crazy. I have not watched it. I actually don't usually get into benchmark videos because I prefer a more, real life approach, but I will have to check it out because I did not know there was one up yet." Tristan, you will love the Hazel. It's so cool. Marine, yes, I love Google Fi as well. It's easily the simplest and I wish it was something other than T-Mobile, US Cellular, and Sprint. If it ran off AT&T, if it ran off Verizon, it would easily be the best thing I've ever used. But I would rather deal with some slower speeds or some worse connections, um, and have the simplicity of knowing where my number is, of not losing my number, of not having to deal with BS, of constantly of being able to um access help if I need it. Two taps in the app and you're talking to somebody, chat or call. Name one other cell phone company where you can go into the app and two taps away, you're talking to a real person that's not a bot or a sales agent. Nowhere. Not even AT&T, and T, and I work for AT&T. That's crazy. I really need to I'm in school right now for um computer science. And I'm not doing C++ plus plus yet, but I'm going to, and I really want to uh I really want to understand more of this because once I graduate, I want to work at either like a Google or an Apple or something like that and be able to help, or Verizon, and help um maintain this like futuristic idea of like eSIMs and being efficient systems that work for you instead of having to fight the system to get something done. So hopefully at some point the whole customer service robot thing will be a thing of the past, and obviously Google's helping with that. Speaking of which, Jamie, thanks for being here. Yes, the fingerprint scanner is improved as far as I can tell. When I did my when I scanned my fingerprint in, it went in through right away. I didn't have any misreads. I didn't have any like, please adjust your finger, please clean the scent. None of that. It did still have some trouble outdoors in the sunlight, but I mean, I think that's just a fault of the technology itself because it uses light to read your fingerprint and it gets confused. But that's the only time I had any issues with it. The six is kind of top heavy bacon fries. He says, or she, I guess. I don't know which. Um, says Pixel 3a XL is the perfect weight for a phone. The Pixel 6 is top heavy. When you review the Pixel 7, please talk of the weight. That's a good point. I will do that. I'll add that in my notes. Because because the S21 Ultra was a great phone, but it was top heavy. That giant camera on the top, yeah, it definitely was top heavy. So, actually, I can tell you right now, at least from what I can tell, the 7 and the 6 feel almost identical to me. The Pros, that's where it's gonna differ a little bit, but the regulars actually felt, uh, pretty similar. Although when you offset the camera bar with a case, it's it it feels less top heavy. Rashid, wait, how is 400, 600 megabits per second bad? He says Verizon sucks in my area. I get 400, 600 megabits here in the Nova area. Well, North Virginia. Is that North Virginia? Thank you everybody for subbing and watching and participating too. I really appreciate it. It's super fun hanging out like this. I would do this all the time. You have no idea. If I actually could like find a way to get paid for this all the time. Yeah. Okay. 20 to 45. Yeah, that's not that good. I see. Verizon Verizon is a little sketchy about their data. Oh, Fi you get 400, 600. Okay. I see. Yeah, yeah. I'm in what side? I think I'm Southern Virginia. Joseph, are we in Southern Virginia? I don't even know. This is really bad. I never drive anywhere except here, or like through West Virginia and back home. Um, Rashid says Southwest Virginia. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Joseph. I'm glad you know where I am. Um, Rashid says yes, Northern Virginia. I'm on Fi. I get 400 to 600 megabits per second. The phones I set up on Verizon are seeing 30 to 45. It's very similar here. I would do a speed test for you guys right now, but in my specific apartment complex, I just get pretty bad service, but I have really good internet, so it doesn't really matter. Once I get outside my apartment complex, then it's between 60 and 120 depending on the location of the day. So I'm completely happy with that. And it's all 5G with Google Fi. Verizon, I got like 12 to 20. It was really bad. And they wouldn't even refund my first month that I tried. And it said they would on the page, and I've never forgiven them for that. Let me see. I see a question here. How's Face Unlock work in dark condition? I'm actually still going to check that out tomorrow. I did not set up my face on the phone because I wasn't sure, if it was okay to connect it to the internet and put in personal information on there. But I'll try either tomorrow or the next day if it's busy tomorrow. And I'm going to make sure and sub if anybody's not, because I will post one of those, a face unlock. I'll do a screen recording probably of the Pixel 7, and then I'll show, I'll have somebody show how it works. However we're going to do, the facial imaging. Marine says, I work from home and connected to Wi-Fi 95% of the time, so if I make sense. The only issue is I have the Pixel 6. The only issue I have with the Pixel 6 is the antenna is I can't place it on my lap when I drive because it may not work. Interesting. I've actually never had that problem. I don't need it's either on my leg because in Virginia, it's illegal to be touching your phone or doing anything that's hands-free or that's not hands-free. So a cop can literally pull you if they see your phone on your lap, they can pull you over and write you a ticket. It's really dumb. But so mine either if it's not on my lap being, risky or in my little mount, it's in my the little cubby underneath. I believe thermal has improved. Yes, he's just asking, has thermal improved? As far as I can tell, yes, but I haven't had time to do extensive enough tests to know for sure, but I think so. Michael Johnson says, if I couldn't have a Pixel, what would I get? And you're not gonna like this answer. I would have an iPhone. Um, I've tried Samsung so many times, and I just don't enjoy One UI. It feels like Windows to me. It feels busy. It feels like unspecific. It feels not. It doesn't feel like it's hand keyed. It doesn't feel like it's polished. I know those things aren't true. That's all subjective, but I just don't enjoy it. So if Pixel was not a thing, I would have an iPhone. No, I wouldn't have AirPods. I would have Beats. The Beats Studio Buds. Great, great headphones. Let me see. The Note 5 was nice. The Note 7 was nice too, actually. I had the Note 7 for a while. I had the blue one. Yes, agreed, Joseph. He says, "Oh, one UI is clunky and unnervingly crowded, in my opinion." I 100% agree. Because, like, there are apps you can't get rid of on a Pixel or an iPhone too. But the apps you can't get rid of on a Samsung are not apps that I'm willing to use, like files or like, um, what is it? Like, there's no reason I need, like, if I'm not gonna use Samsung Pay, I don't need it on there, and I'm not gonna use Samsung Pay. The only advantage to that was when it would mimic the mag stripe. Well, you don't do that anymore. So, like, when you can't erase, like, when you can't, like, the Galaxy Store, stuff like that. It's just very cluttered. So, yeah, I agree. Sebastian says, "I think eSIM will be the future. Everyone follows Apple." I agree. Remember when apparently hang on. Remember when they apparently came out with Face ID? Now everyone loves Face ID and so on. Remember, I had a Nokia Windows smartphone with wireless charging. Low key, the Windows phones were far ahead of their time. That's why they failed. I didn't use a Windows phone. I probably wouldn't enjoy the UI. It would have to be a little bit less grid like for me. But what we describe now with Dex, Windows Phone was doing in 2013. That's crazy to me, and it makes sense that the highest market share OS would also want to try a phone. Like, it does make perfect sense. Um, they didn't implement it very well, and it didn't help that Vista kind of tarnished their reputation, and 8 wasn't much better because they tried to use a tablet, but nobody used Windows on a tablet, so it didn't really land very well. Thanks, Sebastian. Sleep well if you fall asleep. I really appreciate it. Pixel Buds Pro. Are you talking about my orange boys? Ooh, I love my orange boys. I'm not gonna lie. Orange, the coral. I associate that with Google now because they do orange so well. Um, I I really enjoyed the Pixel Buds. I was actually just talking to my friend Isaiah about this today because he uses the Pixel Buds 2 with a Galaxy Fold. It's the weirdest combination. I was like, why didn't you just buy the Galaxy Buds for half off when you bought it? And he's like, well, I didn't want them. Okay. But he uses the Pixel Buds 2, and he well, let me see. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, yeah. I was like, it sounds super nerdy to be like, if you say I have Pixel Buds in a regular AT&T store, no one knows what you're talking about. But I was like, I still use them because I have used many pairs of headphones before, and I have never found one that's better than the Pixel Buds. Like, I've never found one that does more things. Um, like the Beats Studio Buds are amazing, but the case is kind of clunky, and they're louder, but they don't stay in my ears as well. You know what I mean? So there's like always a trade-off. Pixel Buds doesn't do everything perfectly. Like, the bass could be better. The bass is better on Bose and Beats. The noise cancellation is actually really strong. I don't know why I always think it's not that good, but it's very strong actually. So I'm going to take that back. Um, but I've never found a comprehensive headphone that does everything I want to the degree that I want to use it. You know what I mean? Jonathan, I agree. Yeah, Pixel and iPhone are head to head, and then Samsung. Um, I'm okay with Samsung being the face of Android because people know Samsung. They've been around for like a decade, 2 decades. They were making like glide phones before smartphones were a thing. So I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. Um, I'm not like hoping for a world where every Android phone is a Google phone. I think the world would be simpler that way, and I think that people would end up being smarter because that's another reason I love my Pixel is I've learned so much just from the Google feed. It'll feed me articles on stuff I'm interested in. Um, but yeah, I don't particularly enjoy One UI either. Oh, and Joseph's gonna get a Pixel. You're eyeing the hazel, that green color. Hey, what's the design issue on the Flip? Was it the screen? Trade in the Flip, man. I'm sure you'll get like the 800 off. Actually, I don't even know if we have been told what our trade-in deals are yet for the sevens. Hey, what's up, Tanmay? 2XL. We were just talking about that before. And uh definitely go with the 7 Pro. I would go with the 7 Pro if I were you. Because the 2XL actually will still get you a an okay trade-in. It'll probably be like $100. But I would go for the 7 Pro. It's gonna be a huge difference. And if you wait too long, you might lose stuff. I actually have that a lot in the store. People are like, yeah, for sure. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Um, I have people come in and they're like, yeah, I have an iPhone 4 or not 4. I mean 6. I have an iPhone 6. But you can get all my stuff, right? But it's on like iOS 8 and they've never updated it. And their iCloud backup is full and the phone's full, so you can't download an app. And like it creates this, they don't know the password, and it creates like this whole thing. I don't know if that's your situation or not, but usually it's better to take where you think you want to get a phone and back it up like 20%, if that makes sense. Um, and just do it then, because then you're guaranteed to get all your stuff and all that kind of thing. Now this obviously is a cloud backup, so it might be a little bit different. Jamie, I did see an article about that, but I actually didn't go any deeper. I figured it was just clickbait. Yeah, hopefully that's not a problem. Danny is legit. Thanks for being here. I use the A series Pixel Buds. Yeah, those are actually really nice, and I have the green ones. Like I said, I love green. Um, and I don't use them. I have them connected to my 6A just in case I ever need them. Um, but yeah, they're really nice phones. The only really real complaint I had about the A series is not even like the swipe thing, because I didn't miss that as much as I thought. But they took so long to connect to the phone. Like if you pull it out and put it in, it's going to be a good probably 12, 13 seconds. And if you're waiting for a phone call, like you can miss the call in that amount of time. That's really the only complaint I had. Let me see. Rajveer says, which earbuds have best microphone? I want to gift it to my brother. He works around a lot of machinery and call quality is bad because of that. Ooh, that's I know the AirPods Pro have really good mics. I have actually never used AirPods Pro. Secret. Um, so I'm assuming he's Android, since that's kind of what we're talking about. If he doesn't, AirPods Pro. If he does have Android, still can use AirPods Pro. You just lose some of the features. But I would probably go with the Beats Studio or the Beats Pro, the Studio Pros. It's like the ones that they just came out with. So there's a Studio Buds that came out a year ago, and then the newer ones with the little hook inside your ear. I would go with those. They're like $200, and they have really good noise cancellation, and I believe the mics are really good too. Sebastian, no, you're good. No worries. I actually didn't even know English was a second language. You're doing really well. English is a rough language. It's rough for me, and I speak the language. White alpaca, thanks for being here. I actually used to shear alpacas. It used to be my job. I did that for 4 or 5 years. Actually, I was a takedown guy. Um, have I tried any Chinese phones? Like what are you talking about? Like Huawei? Apparently, I don't know where phones come from. I've guessed twice, and I got them wrong both times, both Samsung and OnePlus. So, ooh, Joseph, yeah, that's rough. He's talking about his Z Flip 3, and he says, "Yeah, the screen, man. Let an old coworker make payments and use the phone for a bit. Still 23 out of 36 remaining." Let me see if I can remember who rang me out that thing. I'm going to track them down. It was probably Isaiah, so you can blame him or Q. I don't know. Actually, for some reason, I thought you got that one for free, but I think that's. I don't think you were the Samsung guy. Yeah, like imagine having 4 generations and fixing, the minorly important thing, the folding screen. The main reason that the phone exists. I mean, it's tough making that, but still, like we're 4 years in by now. Like, come on. Praise. Thank you for stopping by. The social media optimization for the Pixel 7, if it's anything like the Pixel 6, is going to be very good. I have not seen this because again, I didn't download any apps on the Pixel 7, and obviously, I'm not going to download an app and like sign into it. But if it's anything like the way this connects to YouTube Shorts and Snapchat, it's going to be very, very good. This will take night sight shots and full frame photos in Snapchat and then upload at full frame video in YouTube Shorts. TikTok, it downgrades it and it's trash. But YouTube Shorts specifically gets really good audio, really good video, and then Snapchat is the same but with photos. So if it's anything like that, it's gonna be really good. Fitbit's telling me it's time for bed. It's not time for bed. Would you guys be? Let me know if you guys would be interested in doing something like this, like once a week or twice a week or something like that. Because I would, I have so much stuff to talk about, and I can't talk about it with many people because I'm such a like I'm so deep in nerddom at this point that no one knows what I'm talking about. So if you'd be interested, yeah, feel free to let me know because I might do that actually. Let me see. Tristan says it's a shame that there will not be the same bill for accessories for the Pixel lineup. Same wait, same what for accessories? That's true, Marine. The Sony. Let me see who was asking about the headphones. Blueberry Gumball says you look like Jay Waisley from Ghost Adventures. Let me see. I have not watched Ghost Adventures enough to know which one that is. Oh, I do kind of. Huh. Interesting. Maybe he's my. I don't find many doppelgangers of myself. I think I have an odd face. I think that's why. But I do kind of look like him, actually. Yeah. He has a cooler beard than me, though. Because this, I can't grow it here. It's really sad. Oh, Austin, you work at AT&T too? Nice. Where do you live, Austin? Blueberry says, by the way, I'm going from Pixel 5 to hopefully Pixel 7 Pro, not the regular. Should I be expecting a lot? Yes, definitely. I was about to go with the Samsung Flip. Oh yeah, yeah, you will get a much much better experience out of the 7 Pro. You like I have used almost every device in the United States under the sun. I've shot video on it. I've shot photos on it. I've seen them. I've handled them because if I haven't owned it, I've seen it as a trade in, and I've done like little like videos and stuff with them. When I tell you again, you're going to see this tomorrow in the video, 9 a.m. I was blown away by how good the video was on the 7 Pro. I was very, very shocked. Oh, I do kind of. Yeah. I finally have a doppelganger. If I had to choose a doppelganger, I would choose Will Turner because Will Turner's awesome. Orlando Bloom or Aragorn. He's cool too, but obviously, it's the hair. Let me see. Austin, yes, yeah, I agree. I was upset that it didn't release today too. I wanted so badly to go into Best Buy and ask if they had Pixel watches because the nice thing about being a Pixel fan is if it's not Apple, nobody cares about it. So sometimes if you go in and ask, they don't check the notes and they give you something early. It's a tidbit for you. Let me see. Oh, that's a reply to something else. Let me see. Sebastian says one more question between iPhone and Androids, which have better reception. My Android kills iPhone. Like with data, you mean? Like data and connection? I haven't found much of a difference. I think iPhone's more stable by a little bit. It's not much of a difference anymore, but it used to be more of a chasm between the two. Austin, yes, I don't sell that many either. I don't have many people ask for them at this point, actually. Um, so that's part of the reason. But I don't really go out of my way to sell them unless I'm trying to get the most bang for the customer's buck. If they're like, "What's which one can I get for free?" I'm like, "You can get this one," and most of the time they're like, "Oh no, no, I don't want a flip phone." Or actually, hyper specific scenario, an older person who doesn't want a smartphone thinks they don't want a smartphone because they're used to a flip phone, and they cannot keep their flip phone because of the 3G sunset or because they're moving from another carrier. I have sold that's actually the most consistent customer I've sold flips to because they like the traditional clamshell, but they can also see it and type better. So, oh, you're from Kentucky, nice. Sebastian, yes, I agree. I've never been a 2 to 3 year phone person. I think the only phone I've kept for more than a year as my main device was the Samsung Glide. It was like a little. I keep thinking the camera's on this side. I don't know why. A little like the little like glide like the text phones. I really liked it, but I think I kept that one for 2.5 years. But that's the longest one. Yeah, Joseph says, well, okay, this is actually important information for a lot of people too. Um, so he's having issues with his flip screen. He says get them to call Samsung warranty department directly. They will cover it under a manufacturer warranty within 12 months. If they are outside the warranty, Assurion can worst case scenario overnight you a Visa or a new phone, which is true. You just then have to convince the person to pay, pay a deductible. Like a deductible is a weird thing for insurance. It's a surprise that people don't know there's a deductible. What's up, Jerome? Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. If everybody doesn't mind leaving a like too, that helps me out, liking and subbing. We're gonna do this more often too. We're definitely gonna do this more often. I want to have some people on as well and have some discussions. Hint, Joseph. We got to try. Have you seen Meet's new version where you can like simultaneously stream? Like you can stream share now. It's pretty cool. Oh, Jerome says that he has AT&T as well with an iPhone 13 Pro Max and Pixel 6 Pro, and the iPhone holds better reception. Interesting. Yeah, that's actually really good information because I haven't had a consistent iPhone for a while. So I may just be, I might be behind the times. Rajveer is asking, when are you releasing Pixel Seven's photos and videos? I want to see the quality. Yes, I want to see more too. I should have taken more actually. I was trying to be quick. Um, we were talking about this earlier. Actually, I'm going to post this on Twitter again. But I also host a Google Photos. My phone's going off. A Google Photos shared album called Team Pixel Photo Community. So it's a bunch of Pixel users, and they put their top tier, their best Pixel shot phones, and there's over like 1,500 photos in there, I think. And I put it on all my like smart devices. So then I always kind of get a rotation of like new photos coming in. I'm gonna post them there for sure. I may post them on Twitter as well. I'm kind of waiting to see when other creators start posting photos, because I kind of want to ride the wave with them. I don't want to just all on the internet. Austin, yeah. What do you mean you can't call Samsung for me? Because Samsung's a different company. I don't know what to tell you. Possibly Reddit actually. I'm actually banned from the Pixel subreddit. Because there's some, I forget what it was. There's something really relevant going on with like the Pixel 4 or something like that, and I made a video with good information, and I figured this is relevant. It doesn't matter that it's me posting it. I was sharing because it's relevant in the news right now, not because I wanted views. And they immediately banned me, no questions asked. So I actually can't post on Reddit. Um, but I may find a way around it. Maybe I'll have like a friend go in and do it, or make another account or something. Um, is it Gopal or Gopal? How do you say your name? Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. I have not tried the Pixel 7 Pro fingerprint scanner. I just tried the 7. I should have tried the 7 Pro as well, but maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I kind of have like a little mental list of things I'm going to do tomorrow. 7 Pro, face unlock, 7 face unlock, 7 Pro, um, fingerprint scanner, and we've already done the 7 fingerprint scanner. So, oh, you were banned as well? Yeah. I wish that community was run actually by Google. See you, Jerome. Thanks for stopping by. Help me, yeah. Help me get unbanned on Reddit. At least through the Team Pixel community. Reddit's fine. I'm on Reddit all the time. But the Team Pixel photo community, or the Team Pixel community specifically, is where I'm banned. And something else too, but I can't remember what it is. I think I was just being an idiot and posting memes, and they were like, "Get out." There's something I miss. Fingerprint scanner. We're gonna do that tomorrow. We'll probably finish up here pretty quick. I know we didn't get to the MKBHD video. I really apologize, guys. This was a really fun stream, though. I hope you guys had enjoyed this just as much as me. We may actually just do the MKBHD video tomorrow because I was an idiot and I didn't start the stream through Streamlabs, so I don't have a way to share my screen. Um, we may just end up doing it tomorrow. Sorry. Austin agreed. And the Pixel Watch. I don't know if you've played with the Pixel Watch yet, but that has really good haptics as well. Gopal, it is uh light. So it would be optical. Yeah, it's optical again. But it looks good. Like it's quick. It's not slow like the 6 was. Oh, you haven't got a demo yet? Are you maybe maybe you're a different third party than I am. I wonder if that makes any difference. What's up, Dylan? Thanks for being here. We're just talking about tech. So unfortunately, I should really probably try and change the the title for this. But I was an idiot and I started the stream through YouTube, not Streamlabs, so I can't actually share my screen and react to MKBHD, which we're going to do. That was not clickbait. We just may have to do it tomorrow. So, um, oh yeah, we work for Prime too. Me and Joseph both work for Prime. That's cool. I think Joseph, are you a battleship or a flagship? Because I know Lynchburg's a flagship. Then I lose track. Yeah, imagine. Okay, imagine if we go to do up duos tomorrow. Oh, nice, cool, congratulations. That's all due to you, Joseph. Speedy Beatty in the chat is the king of selling, the a selling god, as it were. Oh, thanks, bacon fries. I appreciate it. That's very kind. I am actually not monetized quite yet. So oh no, up duos this month. Nice. I'm happy with that. Um, so I don't have a way to donate, but if you check out my um like my channel, I do have a Patreon. I think the cheapest is like $3, something like that. But yeah, I mean that's very kind of you. I appreciate it. Um, soon I will be monetized. Nah, who who else would taught us the rules of the game? Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm gonna start actually the thing for Patreon too is I don't have any other content to put over there yet, so I'm not expecting anything. I just kind of got it set up. But soon I'm gonna do like early access trailers and stuff, like early access like clips or extended videos or something like that, and that's gonna be like the behind like the $5 paywall or something like that. It's not too expensive. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, yeah, good luck to you as well. It's been kind of slow here. I don't know if it's the same up there in Kentucky, but it's been like flip-flopping between cold and hot, and I think people are just like not in a shopping mood. I don't know. Also, don't tell anyone I said this, but we're gonna steal the lucky egg. There's lore in our store, Austin. We have this little football that Sony sent us. It's a tiny little white football, and Joseph wrote lucky egg on it, and it's what makes us good at sales because it's luck. It's good luck, and we're gonna steal it. Me and Isaiah are gonna steal it. It's gonna be a classic prank. But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. I really appreciate it. um like legitimately, like I mean we still got 29 people watching, so I appreciate, even if you didn't chat, I appreciate all you guys for liking and subbing and all that stuff. I'm like, I was expecting to post these videos and get like maybe 200 subs, and I'm at like almost 1,000 at this point. So, oh, it's not on my about channel. Hang on, let me find it really quick. I'm gonna find the link. Of course, it's making me do a verification email. Let's go. Come on. Let me through. There we go. Tiger? Tiger, you would not believe who's in here. Yes, my best friend is Elon Musk now, and I only talk to people who are worth over $100 million. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been feeling sick lately too. I don't know if we have the same thing, but I got some that cold. Guys, if you're gonna sub to anybody, sub to Life of Tiger, sub to Speedy Beatty and Austin because bros. And there's somebody else in here too earlier. I forget who it was. Yes, hit the like button. Thank you. Yeah, 45 likes. That's way better than any most other videos I've made. But yeah, yeah, Tyler, my friend Tiger, he does super chill, like kind of like mental health, relax streams. And Speedy Beatty, obviously, Joseph is the king of all sales and can sell you anything. Actually, if you were drowning, he could sell you water. Let me. Oh, I was grabbing my the link for Patreon. I forgot. There's nothing on there yet, so I don't want. Please don't feel like you need to pay for something that's not there. Hi, Foxy. Is Foxy so mad at me? Also, how dare you not think this hair is hot? There we go. There's Patreon. Anyway, yeah, Tyler, we were going to react to MKBHD like you were mentioning, which was a good idea. Um, challenge me to what? Wow. Wow. You're not subbed? Hashtag cancel Foxy. Are we doing a Foxy takeover this week, by the way? Yes. Buy me a Red Bull. I go broke on Red Bull all the time. Bacon fries, you're so nice. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys honestly just like hanging out like this. I love this kind of thing. I think I must be like some sort of extrovert because I love my alone time. I love being on my own, but this thing, like I could do this for hours. I don't know. And be cool with it. I do this every day if I could. If people enjoyed it. I don't know. I'm just making sure. That's all. You have no reason to be mad. Don't look into that farther. Saku, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. My review of the Pixel 7 probably will not come out until I get one, unfortunately. Because I want to be able to use it for a little bit first. Downside of not having it sent to me um is I have to wait till I get it. So probably like next weekend. Not this coming weekend, but like the one after. Definitely sub though. I hate when people ask about notification bells because I don't want to be notified every time somebody sub or like posts, but you do get notified if you go live. And we'll do a lot more of these kind of discussions. So yeah, that notification bell does let you know when someone's live. But yeah, keep an eye out for. Oh, I'm sorry, KG. I think I saw that earlier and I forgot to answer. Um, honest opinion on 128 versus 256 gigs. I think 128 is plenty. I'm not gonna lie. Unless you're shooting like 8K, or if you're doing, like 12-minute one single shot videos multiple times a week, or you feel the need to download all of your music or copy from your computer or something like that. Like some people what do that. I think they're doing too much. That's just too much effort for me. Um, but um, so I think 128 is just fine. Plus cloud. I mean, you'll be great with the cloud. 256 would I can see the use case for 256. Anything higher seems a little, uh, much, but yeah, 256. Like I would buy a 256 phone if I was going to shoot a lot of like vlogs, which I do sometimes actually. I actually got invited to the Google store opening. That is on my channel. You can go watch that. And I did it, made a trip to New York and saw the Google store as it was like the grand opening. It's cool. Um, Good night, Sebastian. Big hands. You missed the joke of different. Anybody who wasn't here earlier, we were talking about how the Pixel 7 6 Pro looks small or regular size in my hands, even though like this is kind of a regular size phone. So he's calling saying big hands. Hey Tom, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. No, I don't have possession of the phone now. I was given permission to do some extensive filming and stuff the day that we opened it, and then it was put out on display publicly at 10 a.m. And that's the same time my videos posted, so it was all within the same time frame. But they were my store's demo units. I am going to actually go back tomorrow and I'm going to do the fingerprint unlock on the 7 Pro and the face unlock on both. And I'm going to film it and see what it looks like. So we can do, uh, so, and I can make some videos on that. So keep an eye out for that. Um, I haven't seen any heating issues yet. We've actually gone through that a couple times, just like different perspectives and stuff. I didn't film a lot. It wasn't like a long 7-minute stretch or something like that. But what was I gonna say? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I was reading a chat. um, yeah, as I was filming, it warmed up like because it was in the sun, but it didn't overheat or anything like that at all. So I have high hopes for it. I think Tensor 2 is going to be much more efficient if I were to make a guess. KG, I do agree. I think that SD cards were the future because potentially, I mean, you can fit a terabyte on this. You can fit your whole computer on there. What's not to love about that? So for sure, yeah. Thanks for hanging out, Tom. We just kind of been chilling. I was gonna watch that MKBHD video and react to it, and then I was dumb and I didn't start my stream through Streamlabs. So we're doing that tomorrow. So feel free to stick around if you want to see that. We are going to start, reacting to the, Mr. Who's the Boss and Mr. Mobile and some of these larger reviewers as like a retail worker and kind of interpret what they're saying, whether or not it's true in the real world. So I think that's going to be cool. Samuel, see, I have the same issue, especially if I'm working with anything Bluetooth, like low power or not low power, but like cheap Bluetooth, like in my car. It overheats just doing simple things. Or if I'm like uploading to things to Google Photos and also like rendering because I use Adobe Rush on this all the time for my shorts. So if I'm doing like both, yeah, it'll overheat a little bit. Or if I'm like, sometimes it just overheats in my pocket for some reason, it just gets warm. I just assume it's processing things. But yeah, I think at least Tensor 2 is going to be much, much, much more efficient. So see, I wish I could turn off the 5G as well. Tom says most people turned off the 5G to mitigate the issues. Didn't completely resolve the issue, but helped. Do you know if the modem is NE? What do you mean exactly? I have heard about that. With Google Fi, you can't turn off the 5G because it chooses on its own which carrier it's gonna, be with. So I kind of have to use 5G, but I would turn it off too, if I wasn't on Google Fi. I actually don't know. I haven't heard anything about the modem. That's a good point. I would assume it's new. It's probably something from Samsung, but I have not heard anything official. Yes, MKBHD versus Maki boxing match. I was gonna wear my Maki shirt tonight. I do have merch, by the way. If anybody's interested enough to buy a Maki shirt or buy like my triangles logo, I've got that on a shirt too. It's actually pretty cool. That definitely is in my channel profile or on Twitter. Actually, just go to armystudios.com. It's all there. That for some reason didn't pop up as a link, but that's it. All my stuff is there. The beauty of Pixel is many features on the Pixel 7 will eventually trickle out to older Pixels and Google Photos. Yes, that's true. I do. That's one of the biggest reasons I still use Google Phones is because it's it's not like even if you look at the presentation, like they're not just like it's a new battery and it lasts this long. You know what I mean? They're like this is how we've designed the battery for your use. And this is why we've changed the battery in this way. This is what we're hoping will benefit you from the battery. You know what I mean? Like they teach you about it and you like become more knowledgeable about the device and the inner workings of the device too. Like the AI, the sandboxing for security, the M2 processing, all that stuff. Like you feel smart afterwards. It's amazing. I love it. It's such an academic vibe. What's up, Gilbo? Is Gilbo a reference to Bilbo? I'm sure you get asked that all the time, but I love Lord of the Rings, so I have an excuse. KG, yeah, I agree. I've got a 6, and it's too good not to trade in with some promos. I agree. I kind of want to keep my 6 Pro because I want one to be my like beta device and one to be my stable device. So I think I'm gonna actually end up trading in my 4XL with my fancy blue cover. Does anybody miss these cases, by the way? Like the cloth cases? They were so classy, but they got dirty really easily. I think I'm gonna trade this in because this is actually worth like $340. Thank you, bacon fries. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. Like you have no idea. Like I don't feel like I've given a whole lot to YouTube yet, but I appreciate you guys and your likes and subs and love and all that stuff. So yeah. 480 plus $100 for a 4XL? Bacon fries, I promise whenever I am actually um monetized, I will give you a like a badge for that. I wish we had badges, but we don't yet. I am like I have enough, content to monetize. I just haven't gotten the offer yet. So I promise though. I appreciate it. Oh, hey, I mean that's fair. That's actually really cool. That's I love, pulling stuff out like that, like creating your own names and your own, that kind of thing. I think I got distracted by Gilbo and didn't even answer the question. But thanks for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out. I enjoyed your first impressions with the camera. I'm upgrading the 4XL to the 7 Pro. You will be very surprised. You'll be very, very shocked. I was, like I was saying before, I work in this industry. I have, if you could see my floor right now, it's literally covered in probably 15 phones, most of them Pixels. because I used to have my own business doing this kind of thing. And I just kind of collect them and sell them off when I need to. But I've used almost every phone under the sun. And when you again, you'll see this tomorrow at 9 a.m. when the video comes out. Actually, I'll find the link to that because I'm sure you guys will want to see that. In my voice, you will hear like I was shocked at how good this video looked. And I think like it I think it does come across in screen, but it definitely comes across in person because not only is the video excellent, but the screen was very bright and very so not like oversaturated, but really good cover colors. Oh, KG, I see what you're saying. I have a six and it'll get me $480 plus $100 gift card at Best Buy. That's why I decided between the 120 and 256. Um, do you take photos and stuff? Oh, Joseph, I totally missed your message before. Sorry. Are there differences between the regular 7 and 7 Pro screen size, shape, design? I know the regular 7 is full HD and the 7 Pro is QHD, like the step higher, or QHD plus, I think. I forget what it's actually called. Um, size is 6 point, hang on. I think it's 6.7 inch for the Pro, if I remember correctly, and 6.3 inch for the regular, if I remember correctly. So slightly smaller, and then the Pro has those slight curved edges, whereas the 7 has a completely flat screen, which I actually really like. Oh, 4XL's wait, 4XL is an $80 trade-in at Best Buy. On the Google store, it was more. They're giving really good amounts this year. Sure, bacon fries, I appreciate it. Also, bacon fries, amazing. Were you hearing me talk about food? Because that's a debate we should have: is which fast food restaurant has the best fries? Has to be Burger King. Or 1.1 or 999K? Oh, thank you for letting me know, actually. 1991 is my birth year. I wanted to take a screenshot of that. I'm so proud. Like, you guys have no idea. 2 days ago, I woke up with 1,127 subs, and I was really excited because I was gonna get to 1,130 soon, and I thought I was gonna be getting to, like, maybe 1,300 after these videos, and we're at 2,000 right now, and I still have 3 videos to release, and I'm making 2 more tomorrow. So, yeah. We're gonna do the same thing too, just FYI. We're gonna do the same thing with Samsung, and we're gonna do the same thing with anything else that releases at AT&T. That's really the two big ones, is Pixel and Samsung, besides iPhone. I may try some iPhone videos, but they just don't do as well because I think people search for Android a lot more, and that's when my content comes up. But we're gonna do the same thing for Samsung. We're gonna do camera tests. We're gonna do early hands-on stuff like that. So um, definitely let anybody know if you know people who love Samsung. We're gonna do that as well. Tom, that's a good question. It has to do with when usually the people that my subs are live, and when the algorithm is going to pick it up. That's why I chose 9 a.m. Because it's not good to upload at night, and it's also Saturday tomorrow. So Saturday is typically a busier day for YouTube, and then my subs in particular are typically mostly online between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. So if I hit 9, it's gonna hit like right in the middle, and then the strong point is between 10 and 2. So you're not wrong. I love their double cheeseburgers actually, and the chicken fries. Chicken fries are good. Pixel Buds A series and charcoal. Gotta check this out. Hang on. What color Pixel Watch are you guys all getting too? Oh, interesting. Hmm. Well, I know what I'm asking for Christmas. Bacon fries. That is a very good point. That's my goal. If 60 people feel inclined enough to send me money, I am eternally grateful. KG, yeah, I think you'll be just fine with the 128, but if you're getting the $100 gift card, maybe just bump it up to 256 cuz, call it a day. See you, Samuel. Appreciate you hanging out. Thank you very much. I'm very very excited for the 2K. Working really hard to use my cinematic arts skills that I'm currently not using, and hopefully, charming personality to entertain you all. Let's see. I have Gilbo says I have the Galaxy Watch 2 and don't feel like I really need to upgrade to the Pixel Watch right now. That's fair. I haven't had a single issue with it right now. The Pixel or the Galaxy Watch 2. Wait, you're not talking about the Gear S2, right? Like the old one. You're talking about the Galaxy Watch 2, probably. There wasn't a 2, was there? Didn't they skip 2? I don't know. The Galaxy Watch and the like the Frontier, like that whole era, excellent, uh, excellent watches. I used the Frontier for years. And then I started using Fossil because I like Fossil's design anyway, and I just wanted to try Wear OS, and I kind of just stuck with it. We're at 50 likes. Thank you guys. Okay, nice. Yeah. So that's a pretty good one. Oh wait, you get the active? Like the active too? I know which one you're talking about now. Okay, yeah, yeah. I like that one a lot. That has the one with the thin bezel. Yeah. Oh yeah, KG. That's a really good deal. 160 or 270 out of pocket after trade, and then you get the gift card too. Still awesome. Still an awesome deal, and you have spent $100 on later on stuff. Remember, Christmas is coming up too, and Best Buy is a great place for gifts. Also, if you're going to get the Pixel Watch or if you're going to get the Pixel Buds, $100 towards it. That's what I wanted. I wanted to get the Pro, so I get the $200 gift card. Put that towards the Pixel Watch. What's up, Sanjeev? Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. When are camera samples out, comparison and all? So over the weekend, I have a couple other videos coming out, um, and I'm going to see how those do and stuff. I'm going to share. Oh, nice. Yeah, Pixel. You got the buds last year with the 6. Yeah, so did I actually. um, the camera samples will be out probably like early next week, either Monday or Tuesday, and I would check. I may put some on Instagram actually, but probably Twitter and again, check my Twitter for the Google Photos Team Pixel community. I'll probably post some in there too. I appreciate you being like excited about it though. I'm super excited about this, and I'm finally glad to like find other people who are equally excited and know what I'm talking about. So many people like look at me and they're like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm like, okay, well, it was launch day today. Surprise. Oh, you definitely should. Gilbo says, I would assume stores have the Pixel 7 on display. Kind of want to check it out. Yeah, we have it on display. The watch is on display, the Pixel Buds Pro are on display, and the 6A, the 7, and the 7 Pro are all on display live. So I would check out like Best Buy or like a carrier store and see if you can like get some hands on because they're very very nice devices. And yeah, it's cool to Like hashtag guerrilla reviews, right? Undercover reviews. You don't need a review if you can see it in the store. Nice. Thank you, Sanjeev. I appreciate it. It might have been last year because I did kind of the same thing about a year ago. I accidentally stumbled into it then, but this time was a little more intentional because I wanted to bring some of that to to everybody to early. Because if I can, why not, right? He says, I don't know when when did I subscribe to your channel, but it was for Pixel Phone's early demo units. Yes, I appreciate it though. Like I really do. Oh, your wife just got an S22 Plus with Google Fi. Still better than the 7. I would still choose a 7 any day. I won't lie. Battery is going to be better. Processing is going to be better. Camera is going to be much better. I really like the design of the 22 Plus. My friend Justin has that and he loves it. He has it in green, and he cracked it, and he still won't get a case, which is unfortunate. But I would still choose the 7. I'm not gonna lie. Um, it's gonna be a little bit smoother of an experience. Plus the haptics are a lot better on the 7. 2000. Yes. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. That's really cool. And it was live on stream too. This is like New Year's 1999. I don't know if any of you are old enough to remember that, but yeah, this is like Y2K. That's awesome though. Like that's really really cool. I did not expect to have 2000 subs for another year and a half. That's ridiculous to me. Yeah, I really appreciate everybody for, hanging out and being supportive, and I mean it's only been 2 days, but like I'm shocked. The 5T is the sweet spot for OnePlus. The 5T, the 6T, and then the 7 Pro were the perfect sweet spot. So I'm hoping it's going to be that quick. It may be a little slower because I would rather it be slower and more accurate. You know what I mean? Ooh, that's a good question. Actually, I don't know if the double. I would assume the double tap's still there. Um, but that's actually a good question. I'm not sure. I'll actually let me write that down because I'm going to check that tomorrow. I got a whole list of stuff to look at. Fingerprint scanner, face unlock, and double tap. Yeah, I'll check that out, and then I'll either make some shorts or just compile it into another video and maybe have it have it go up. KG, yes, RIP. I am very sad that that AT&T has such an aggressive 3G sunset list. I tried a 7 Pro and they wouldn't even OnePlus 7 Pro and they wouldn't even use it. Oh, thanks, Michael. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, we're just hanging out. We were gonna watch an MKBHD video, but yeah, long story. I wasn't able to. Um, Thank you though. Yeah, I appreciate it. I work I honestly like I work really hard to be honest and to give somebody, give the viewer the thing I would want, which is just the truth. I just want to hear like how it is, you know what I mean? Um So yeah, that is sub for more. If you like seeing this, we're gonna do the same thing with the Samsung release, and then I've got more videos coming out all weekend. So um, yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks, man. Day one, I asked for the tap to turn on flashlight. A year later, they added it. Yeah, they're not always the fastest to you know add stuff like that. I have mine to take a screenshot. So half the time I like set it on my steering wheel as I'm setting, my maps, and I take the screenshot. And I got to go in and delete it. It's annoying. Yes, thanks. 2002 now. And then hopefully my watch hours actually will update tonight too. Because if you can see, you need 1,000 subs. I know it's going to be backwards. I'm sorry. You need 1,000 subs, and then you need 4,000 watch hours. I'm at like 5,500 watch hours at this point. It just hasn't like posted and processed yet. So once we hit that, then we can be monetized and we can do cool like badges and we can do stuff like that. So Gilbo asks, I heard the 6 had an issue with the fingerprint scanners and noticeable on the 7 Pro. Again, I have not tried the 7 Pro fingerprint scanner, but it was not apparent on the 7. The regular size 7 was excellent indoors. And then I went outdoors to film a video and it had issues in the sunlight. But again, remember this is pre-release software. So that I chalked it up to pre-release software. So I think it's going to be much better. I would say probably 10 to 20% faster, 10 to 20%. Well, I'm 10% more accurate sounds terrible, but it's going to be more accurate. AT&T sent me a Note 10. I traded in for almost 400 bucks and put that towards Pixel. Oh yeah, it's not nice. Yeah. Hey, the Note 10 actually was a really good device. I did have that one for a little while. I didn't use it as my main, but I did have it. I really liked the Note. I do have a Note 4 actually sitting around, like an original, like mint condition Note 4. It's pretty cool. I do agree, KG, about the fingerprint reader on the back. Um, I do miss it, but I do understand why they removed it. You know, because I mean, it's such a beautiful phone. I mean, come on, it's I mean, inspired by jewelry. Look at that. That's crazy. You can see my PS5. I finally got a PS5 after 2 years. It took long enough. But yeah, I'll probably there's still 29 people watching. I'm very shocked. Thank you to everybody who's either listening or watching. I really appreciate it. I would like this is easily like my dream to be able to do this. You know what I mean? Like as a job. Um, I tried starting my own business last year or in 2020, and then COVID hit, and it just kind of fizzled out. So this would be my next best bit. Um, so yeah, I really appreciate everybody here. I've loved hanging out. We got to do this more often. Um, are there many features locked on your device until Thursday? Oh, like the release day? Um, no, No, it's just well, okay, so there usually are. Like for example, last year, motion photos. That one, the 6 Pro, I did connect to the internet and get set up as the demo unit, and then I went out and shot photos and video. Motion photos was not on the device until after the embargo, and then there was an update. So it's actually the same because I didn't know about cinematic view until or cinematic mode or whatever until they announced it on stage. So the same photo app I have on here is the same one that's on the 7 Pro right now. And I also didn't connect it to see, I just took a screenshot by mistake. I also didn't connect it to the internet just in case. Now they're connected to the internet because they're running demo mode and it's fine. But yeah, the new features for the phone are locked out until the embargo is over. So some of those I'm going to have to wait for. Um, and unfortunately, that means anything I make now has to have a caveat that it's pre-release software because I don't want to act like this is the full phone and because it's not. I mean, they may have like last minute updates. They might have tweaking here and there, that kind of thing. Um, so, but I'm gonna check out those three things. So keep an eye out. Sub notifications if you like. We'll do more lives throughout the week. Um, so yeah, that would be awesome. I would love to do like tech talks like this all the time. Kind of discuss like what's going on. Um, and then tomorrow you'll see either shorts or a video of the fingerprint scanner set up on the 7 Pro and face unlock on both. And then there's one more thing too. I wrote it down. I forget what it is off the top of my head, so I wrote it down. But yeah, keep an eye out for that because it'll come tomorrow. As far as I know, it's the same. I believe the 6 and the 7 both get 3 years, but it's 5 years of security updates. So currently, the security updates stop when like the Pixel 4 is not getting the 13 update, or that was the last update. So it's not getting the 14 update. So the 14, so then security updates stop too. If this was a 6, it'd be like Android 17 or something like that. But then you'd have 3 more years of security updates. You're just not getting OS updates. And I would assume that's for power consumption reasons. But yeah. But yeah, thanks everybody for watching. I really, really appreciate it. It was super, super fun. Um, I really enjoyed it. Um, Thanks for all the love. Thanks to Bacon for subbing uh, on Patreon. That's crazy to me. Maybe we can make this like a reality job for me. That would be amazing. Maybe I'll actually like clean my table next time. um, but yeah, I think I'm gonna. I gotta. I haven't even eaten dinner yet actually because I'm still in my work clothes. Um, Thanks. Is it STE or STE? But thanks. Yeah, I appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Gilbo, I actually have a theory about that. Um, I'm not sure it's true, but I think that's interesting as well. I feel like that's so people can see it in person at the store. Like they can go to into a Best Buy, into a Verizon, into an AT&T and actually experience the device, and then they can watch MKBHD and what he thinks. So, but yeah, yeah, I appreciate it, everybody. Thanks again. And I will see you guys tomorrow because I'm going to post the video, but we'll do another live pretty soon as well. See you later, everyone. Thanks for 2000. Amazing. See you, Joseph.